3 words to describe Steve and Mary. Kind.
Determined.
Ambitious.
Well, there's quite a few words. Retired but busy.
Engaging with their community, their friends and cohort.
Committed. And I'm going to give you a 4th word, very gracious.
Generous.
Always there when you needed them.
Go-getters, or like one of my favorite words for folks like the Reeses is spark plugs.
And fun. And silly.
And pleasant to work with. Fun to work with.
They inspire me in many ways, but probably the biggest inspiration is the willingness that they have to give of their time and their resources.
They're always doing something else.
We're always saying, Steve and Mary is doing that? Oh no, now we got to keep up.
But you asked about inspiring, right? Being really good friends.
They worked so hard, and they did things that totally surprised me because of their talents. Now, I'm a librarian by profession, so when Mary would come into a bookstore, she would get things all organized, and she wouldn't go home until it was done.
They have great organizational skills. They just get things done. They get involved and get things moving and like that.
My parents always set a good example for me, the importance of volunteerism in the community. We didn't have a lot of extended family in Western New York when I was growing up. So we really created family with the community around us, be that close friends and colleagues at the university. And in that their volunteer efforts, throughout the years really inspired me. As I grew up and left the house, I've always dabbled in volunteerism in all the towns I've lived in, and I've found that it's provided a real richness of experience, especially when I've moved to a new place, to get to know new people and my new surroundings.
They do so many different things, and you don't always realize they're doing it until the job is done. Often they have found things to do that everybody else thought, oh, we should do that sometime, but they actually do it.
Well, I can speak on behalf of the Fredonia Opera House. I know that they were very involved right from the get-go at the time of the restoration. And that commitment has continued throughout our 28 years now. When the Opera House first reopened, shortly after that, there was still some debt owed for upgrades to our then 35 millimeter film projection system, and Steve and Mary retired that debt on behalf of the Opera House. They've just continually been there for us, and we so appreciate that.
I feel that my parents have given a lot to the arts community. They've always been big supporters of the arts, primarily in theater and music, from my father's involvement in the university, and they've made an effort to support students in the theater department through an endowment that they put together after Steve's retirement.
Well, I know that they really are the driving force behind Revitalize Dunkirk, which has become a primary focus for them in their retirement. And I think that the work that that organization has done for Dunkirk is absolutely incredible. And so I think that has inspired others to get involved.
I think just the trying to make it better, whether it's with the hanging baskets on in downtown Dunkirk, on the poles, that many people have mentioned that they really notice them, they're really pretty and this and that. So I think that just something simple like that helps quite a bit. And attending city meetings and like that, it's just I think they inspire others just by doing that. So,
as far as the bookstore is concerned, and Literacy Volunteers, the setting up of the new facility in Fredonia, I think was the biggest thing as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I really was glad to be reminded of the playground, the creative playground that was over at Fredonia Schools, which is long gone, but was such an important part. It was such an important event at the time when people came forward, and Steve knew he had the technical skills to help in a very big way and did that. Also, on another big project that has a lasting contribution is everything he did for the Opera House and all the things he contributed at the college, you know, with his actual job and then beyond when he shepherded with the expansion of the Rockefeller Art Center. And of course, all the revitalized Dunkirk things and all the contributions that both of them made to literacy volunteers. I mean, Mary volunteered for years, but then all the times that they spent at the bookstore and building things and moving things and sorting things.
I feel their most significant accomplishment has been bringing people together with their revitalized Dunkirk organization. I know that since the inception of that program, they have been key organizers and helping to keep people on task and recruit and make sure that the efforts of the organization move forward. So both of them have been involved as board members and active participants.
You know, they embrace that community and they want to do as much as they can to help it and develop it and make it as good as it can be and all that, you know. So I think that's a quality that needs to be emphasized.
Definitely for us, their philanthropy has helped bring the technology that we have at the Opera House up to where it should be. We have the equipment to compete with any other theater in our area, and that has been in large part due to their financial support, particularly for all things tech, that's their interest, but also their guidance and counsel on what we should look into and what we should consider when we're looking to upgrade.
That their philanthropy has made the biggest impact on the lives of students within the theater arts department at SUNY Fredonia through the endowment that they put together to help support women in the technical theater arts.
There's so many different things that they've done. I know with Literacy Volunteers, they put it back on the map. There for a while, Literacy Volunteers went downhill a little bit because it was hard to find a place to carry on the business and so on. And I think with setting up and helping us with that bookstore, I think that put Literacy Volunteers of Chautauqua County back on the map.
I think that in their quiet way, they have made our community better in a number of different ways. Through Revitalized Dunkirk, the city is more beautiful, has more nature in it. They've taken blighted areas and really enhanced their beauty. Everything that they do is quiet and understated and for the betterment of the community, they're not seeking recognition. So they probably are going to be terribly embarrassed by this video and this award, but it's so well deserved.
I hope that the things that they have accomplished will continue to be carried on and become even bigger.
But they're making Dunkirk a better place. I'd say it's not just Dunkirk. I think it's all of our northern Chautauqua County.
They're great people. They're involved in the community. You know, they keep their eyes on everything and keep moving. And you know, I think that's the important stuff. You know, because there's a lot of folks that don't have that level of energy and commitment to the community and like that. So I think that's a good thing.
They really kind of get everybody going, which is really neat.
Steve and Mary are just really great people, and it's an honor and really a thrill to know them and to be able to count them as friends.
I'd just like to congratulate my parents, for Mary and Steve Rees, for receiving the North Chautauqua Community Foundation Footprints Award. I think it's wonderful that the county is honoring them for their efforts they've made throughout their lives in the community.
I think they serve as a positive example of how citizens can work with themselves and with the rest of the community to make it a better place. And They believe in the community. They believe in lifting it up and making everything better for everybody, not just for them.